Welcome to the Champlin Ice Forum and welcome back to In the Game. The winter sports season is officially underway in the state of Minnesota, so we have a lot of ground to cover on this edition of In the Game. We'll start out talking hockey, and I had a chance to meet with the Anoka boys Tornadoes hockey team earlier this week. Let's take a look.
That being said, we got to have a full lineup. We're missing some key pieces here and there, and once we get a full lineup, once we kind of buy into what we're doing, I really think we're going to be very good.
Coach Manthe is confident that this team will buy into his system, which will pay dividends down the road.
I think the first thing is we need to buy into our play without the puck in our defensive end, the neutral zone, our forecheck, how we play without the puck. That the kids need to buy into taking care of the DN, being physical. And I think just working hard, consistently. We've had games where, like Champlin, we played extremely well for 2 periods and then not so well. So consistency, I think the hard work, buying into our systems.
From top to bottom, the NWSC is stacked with great competition, and each game will be a battle on the ice.
I think in our conference, anytime, it doesn't matter who you play, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be physical, it's going to be fast, it's going to be intense. It doesn't matter if you play the top teams or the bottom teams, you need to show up and play. I think you look at teams like Blaine is going to be extremely good. Maple Grove is very good. Elk River, we played them earlier in the year, and boy, that one line they have is, they're all good, but the one line is fantastic. I was very impressed with the way they move the puck. But I think top to bottom, you need to show up and compete, or you're not going to be successful. So where does Coach Manthe see this team at the end of the season? I think our goal is to finish in the top 3 in the Northwest Suburban. I think it's very realistic. Get a chance to play in the Section 5 AA a final, and anything can happen from there. We need to make some huge strides, but I think that's a legit, a legit possibility. The Champlin Ice Forum is home to both the Champlin Rebels boys and girls hockey teams, so this sheet of ice sees a lot of action each week. Speaking of a lot of action, the girls Anoka High School hockey team is also underway. Let's take a look at how their season is going.
Winter is upon us, which means winter sports are here too. We're outside of the Anoka Ice Arena where we checked out a girls hockey practice. We caught up with head coach Pete Hayes to find out how their season's going so far.
It's been okay. We felt that coming in that we're going to have to play our best to win games. We lost a couple kids who are playing D1 hockey right now, so we needed someone to pick up the slack for them. 3 ties, everything's been really close, couple wins, couple losses, so we're about where we thought we would be right now.
The team is certainly living up to Coach Hayes' expectations. I spoke to a couple of the players to find out what they think they need to do to keep improving.
I just think we all need to play with confidence, and I know that's what I struggle with sometimes, especially as a goalie. It's a very mental game, and we've all been working on it, and we've been coming together as a team this year, so we're doing a lot of bonding this year, and I think that's really shown on the ice.
As a team, we all need to work together because we have no all-stars, and individually we need to shoot the puck. We've been going in the dry land room after practice every single day to work on our shots and such.
Succeeding in hockey, like with any sport, takes a lot of time and dedication, but the important thing is that you enjoy it.
Probably game day and just going to school and everybody's amped up and ready to go and ready to play, and it's just good chemistry with all of us. It's always fun to go out there and show another team what you're made out of, and got a lot of support with the Anoka family at our school.
I like hitting girls and being aggressive, not hurting them, and just, I don't know, something about like skating and just, I don't know, everything about it, I guess.
If you're not convinced yet that girls hockey is awesome, here are some things that might change your mind.
Well, I think you're going to see kids who have a lot of speed, and speed's a good part of the game of hockey, where people like seeing people flying up and down the ice, and that we do. We play hard on both ends, and we go up and down the ice, at a real fast pace, so it's fun hockey to watch.
I just tell them that it's a really fun game to watch, all around. We're the state of hockey, got to come out and support your team, support your family, just come out here and give us a good cheer so we can get amped up, basically. Hockey's it's a fun game to watch, I think. Everybody has their own opinion, but it's fun to come out here and watch everybody play.
I would tell them that I would score and point to them.
Sure to check out QCTV.org to follow along with your favorite high school hockey team. We have all the schedules and all the times that the teams will be playing right on our website. We move now from the ice to the hardwood. It's basketball season, and the Champlin Park Rebels basketball team has very high expectations going into this year. Let's take a look. The 2014-15 Champlin Park Rebels boys high school basketball team is off to a terrific start. The Rebels are one of the top teams in the Northwest Suburban Conference, and Rebels head coach Mark Tuscherer credits the team's defense and practice philosophy as a reason for success.
You know, we're an up-tempo, hard-nosed defensive team. We turn a lot of defense into offense. We're averaging 91 points after 3 games. So we get up the floor, we work hard. In practice, we try to have really intense practices to simulate how we're going to play in games.
It also helps that the team can lean on returning upperclassmen who have the experience to lead the team down the stretch.
We got 3 all-conference guys back, Jeremy Johnson, Marty Hill, and JT Gibson. All have been playing in our program for years and have been doing a great job. And like I said, all-conference last year. It's nice to have that leadership back, as well as some pieces from last year and guys, mixing with them from the JV team last year. And we're competitive. We've started out 3-0 now, and our boys are looking for big things this season.
Rebels senior guard JT Gibson is a returning all-conference player, and he talked about how the team connects both on and off the court.
I feel a team that's really close on and off the court, always with each other off the court. On the court, we're very athletic, try to get up and down a lot, try to outrun teams, and we focus on defense a lot. Defense wins games, so that's what we're focused on this year.
Gibson knows that the Northwest Suburban can be difficult, but the Rebels have lofty goals in 2014-15.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's one of the best conferences in the state. Have a lot of talent all over the conference, and all teams are really good. Top tier teams, a lot of teams are ranked highly in the state, so it's a very good conference. Definitely the main goal is to bring home a state title this year. Came up short last year losing to Osteo, so that was our motivation. I feel like we're a better team than last year, so we feel like we can win state.
Coach Mark Tuscherer agrees that this team has the talent to reach the state tournament.
This team really is shooting for a state championship. I mean, that is their goal, no question. That is our goal. We've had those discussions, those conversations as a team. Obviously one game at a time, but we want to be playing in the last game of the year for the state championship.
QCTV is an award-winning community media center.
We inform citizens about the actions of their city governments.
We connect residents to the events and activities happening in their own backyard.
We engage others to provide local programming to our Channel 15.
We innovate, offering live event coverage via our website and on-demand streaming of regular programs.
We collaborate with local organizations for important community conversations.
Most importantly, QCTV tells the stories that matter to the people who live, work, and play in the communities of Andover, Anoka, Champlin, and Ramsey.
On the other side of town, the Anoka boys basketball team, their season is underway as well. Their expectations are a little different than Champlin's, but they're looking forward to a solid season as well. The 2014-15 Anoka Tornadoes boys basketball team season is underway. The Tornadoes have a young roster this year, but hope that with hard work and discipline, the team will have a successful season. Head coach Ryan Tom talked about the team's experience heading into the year.
Well, this year we're young. We brought up a lot of young kids, and we also have some seniors coming back that we think are pretty talented. We got some size this year. That's a little bit different, but still a little inexperienced. So we got some growing pains, and we're working through some stuff. But I really like that we're getting better every day. I've seen improvement throughout our first 4 games, and definitely throughout the preseason here. So I'm pretty excited about the work ethic of this group. We just need to get some guys healthy, and I think we're going to be all right.
Basketball is a game of fundamentals, and Coach Tom talked about how the team is going to focus on just that.
We try to practice everything that we work on in the game. We do a lot of man-to-man, and we do our 5-out, and we just pass, cut, and fill, and good team defense, help, and ball, and all those basic fundamental things. We're trying to really emphasize that. All right, we kind of are trying to pride ourselves on doing those little things right, and hopefully that'll carry over to the game. So.
The Northwest Suburban Conference has made a name for itself as one of the tougher leagues in the state, and that's not lost on Coach Tom.
It's very tough. Yeah, from top to bottom, there's never a time where you're like, oh, okay, I think tonight's gonna go well. It's always tough. We played Champlin here last week, and man, they're incredible. And then we also had Blaine last week too, and they had some great size. It's like week to week, twice a week. It's a challenge. So, but on the flip side of that, it's like any given Friday, any given Tuesday. If you're hitting shots and playing well, you can do it. So it's a great test. We have a tough regular season, and then the sections come along. So I tell the guys that it's a challenge when you're playing some of these really high caliber teams. Challenge yourself. It's a great opportunity to go against the best and get better.
Every season goes through ups and downs, but the Tornadoes hope to be on their game by the end of the year.
I tell the guys all the time, we want to be playing our best basketball at the end of the season. So like I mentioned, there's going to be some growing pains, and we got some new guys, new players working together. But if we keep working at it, if we keep a positive attitude, I think, and a great work ethic and practice, I think we can get better and better and better. And hopefully at the end of the season, we're playing our best basketball. And whatever our record is, so be it. But if we do that, if we're playing our best basketball at the end of the year when the sections come, then I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be proud of these guys.
The Anoka girls basketball team is coming off of an incredible season last year where they finished 24-2 on the year with a trip to the state tournament. So their expectations are very high going into 2014 and 15. Let's take a look at how their season has started off.
Anoka girls basketball graduated 9 players off of last year's team. Although they are young, the Tornadoes look to be a contender in the section again this season.
This year's team compared to last year's, I'd say the biggest thing is last year's we had a lot of experience. We had 9 seniors available. 3 out of the past 4 seasons have made the state tournament. A lot of height, a lot of strength, and a lot of knowledge in the court. Now compared, we're back down to a lot of sophomores and juniors. We only have 1 senior this year, and this year I feel we're built more as a faster team and more exciting and dynamic.
We're kind of like the perfect balance in a way, because last year we were struggling with guards and we were just all so tall, and this year we have some tall girls and we have some really short girls, but the girls, they make up for height and speed. So I think it's a good balance.
I actually love it. I love the fact that we all are super close this year. We're all super young and we all work really well together. So I'm super excited about it.
We have a good sophomore group. We have 1 junior returner, Naomi Torgerson, and our other junior is Miranda Phipps. And then we have our sophomore group, which is our 3 are Brittany Bongarts, Abby Slater, and Taylor Bray. So those 5 are a solid core group who play for us, and we looked for a lot of big things for them.
On Anoka's young team, freshman Noelle Josephson is impressing both her coach and teammates early on this season.
I feel like she's been working really hard in practice, and in fall ball, she you could tell she was really nervous to be on JV varsity as a freshman, and she didn't really do much. And now that we're in practice and getting to know her, she's been doing a lot of good things. And her first JV game on Monday, she impressed me a lot, which really showed how hard she's been practicing.
In his second year at the helm of the Tornadoes, head coach Scott Antle and his players are working towards another successful season.
Yes, I feel so much more comfortable on the court, especially with Scott, because he's like a super easygoing guy, I guess, as a coach, and I feel like super comfortable talking to him about anything. And I just feel like that's a lot better as a team and like a team aspect.
I feel like we're all a lot more comfortable with him because last year, well, the 5 freshmen from last year, which are now sophomores, we all know him a lot better. And I'd say last year a lot of us were like kind of not scared of him, but like a little intimidated. Like we're on varsity, JV varsity, like it was big. And I feel like this year we're all just more comfortable in practice and everything we do.
After reaching the state tournament 3 of the last 4 years, the Tornadoes are setting high goals for the season.
Most of the girls who are on this team that this year experienced the state tournament last year, so they kind of got a taste of what it feels like to go to the Target Center, and I know that's her goal again this year. But again, we got to take it one game at a time.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
I have to admit, basketball is close to my heart, but here at QCTV, we have a producer who has an unusual sport that's close to his heart. Noah Johnson takes us deep into the world of curling. Let's take a look.
The ancient Scottish sport of curling is sweeping its way into the northwest suburbs. The Four Seasons Curling Club in Blaine opened in 2013. 2010 Olympian and Director of Curling Operations, John Benton, gave us some background on the club.
Four Seasons Curling Club was opened in January of 2013, and it was brought about by the people here at Fogarty Arena. They had always talked about having curling here, and once the economy rebounded, it seemed like something they could do. The St. Paul Curling Club was the only curling club in the Twin Cities, and they had a very large membership. So it made sense that there was a market for it here, and once the ground was broken, it wasn't too long before the building was up and they had ice.
Minnesota, Wisconsin, and North Dakota are considered to be the hotbed for curling in the United States. Minnesota has over 30 curling clubs throughout the state, but Four Seasons is a unique club, and here are a couple of reasons why.
Well, Four Seasons, first of all, it's the only year-round curling facility in North America that we know of. Nobody else has ever laid claim to that. So we run leagues here 5 nights a week, all 4 seasons. So we have a fall, winter, spring, and summer season. Generally 2 leagues a night for fall, winter, and spring, and then summer we go down to 1 league a night. But we really pride ourselves on being a learning center. So we always have ice available for people to practice and learn.
The Four Seasons Curling Club is unique because we are the official national training center for USA Curling. And after we got that designation, we applied to become an Olympic training site.
If you haven't figured it out already, curling itself is a very unique sport. John gave us a couple of reasons why it's so special.
Well, the thing I say most often is the best thing about curling is the people. Curling has long been kind of a niche sport. It has a lot of the same etiquette and traditions as golf. It originated in Scotland. So the people are very proud of the sport. Once they've been playing for a while, they love to talk about it, they love to converse about it. It's a very social sport.
I can tell you from personal experience that curling really is a blast. If you're looking to try it out yourself, here are a couple of ways for you to get started.
To get involved with curling, all you have to do is call us at the Four Seasons Curling Club or go online at www.fourseasonscurlingclub.com. And you can get involved and learn to curl from our Learn to Curls that we offer. And also, we have one-on-one instruction that is available. The other way people come and learn how to curl is through our events. So whether it's a corporate event or it's a family event like a birthday party, all people are welcome of all ages and walks of life to come and try curling.
Before we wrap up the show, we have to talk about an incredibly difficult sport, and that would be gymnastics. Anybody that can move their body and contort their body like that, you have to give credit to. So we stopped by Champlin and checked out the gymnastics squad to see how they're doing this year.
You know, I hear all the time about people saying how awesome it is to watch it in the Olympics. The high school level, granted isn't the Olympics, but can be just as exciting because, you know, they are up there on that 4-inch wide beam, being gutsy and competing their hearts out, and I think it's a fun event to come see.
Well, my mom put me in gymnastics when I was really little because I'd always do crazy stuff out in the yard, and I'd like go up on the monkey bars and try to do flips and stuff, so she wanted to put me in a place where I could be constructive with it, not like get injured and stuff.
I love it. It's kind of a stress reliever for me. And whenever I have a bad day, I kind of just take it out on practice and go hard at practice.
Just like the people here, because we're all excited to do stuff and like helping them and getting new skills yourself, and everyone cheers you on and you cheer other people on. There's just a really good environment.
You know, I just love it. Like every day it's like a challenge. We never do the same thing. There's so many different things to do, and it's just really fun.
Well, I really like when the girls and I can isolate and confront a challenge. Usually that's an upper level skill, and set goals and work through that progression, and then that moment when they've conquered it and achieved it, like that's a pretty sweet moment, whether it's a back handspring or you know, pole twisting layout. Last year we tied for the championship in the conference and won our section. You know, we're expecting that teams will come up and challenge us, and we had a pretty good summer workout, so we're hoping that with our increased difficulty and start values that we can repeat that and, you know, hopefully make a shot at the outright conference title and representing ourselves even better at the state level.
Come out and watch us kick some butt this year.
We're at the beginning of the winter sports season here in Minnesota, so there's a long way to go. Let's take a look at the schedules.
Hey, I'm just leaving now. Can you text me the details? Thanks.
Well, that's it for the winter edition of In the Game. If you want to check out the sports schedules that we have here at QCTV, go to our website, www.qctv.org, to follow along with your favorite teams from the Quad Cities of Anoka, Andover, Champlin, and Ramsey. For all of us here at QCTV, I'm Chris Carpenter. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the game.